Hello subscribers, welcome to the video. So we'll take a quick look at what the markets did in this video as a wrap up for the midweek, Wednesday the 19th, 2025. And just to remind, this video is for educational purposes only. It is not a financial advice. So we'll just quickly do a recap. In yesterday's video, we actually were talking about this key ABCD pattern that was forming yesterday. Of course, we did not have today's price action back then. We just had 18th of November and the day was really starting, and we were looking at this ABCD formation. And I had drawn the levels that the market would get up to, which is this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement. And this is exactly what sort of transpired today. And we also had the Fed minutes come out of the FOMC meeting, and then the NVIDIA's earnings came out, and a pretty volatile intraday price action, but this is where the day has closed for the futures. Quite interesting to watch what the price action is doing here in the futures. So we are on the first target for this, and the next it could get up to is about 67.50. Getting above this, which is gonna be 61.8% Fibonacci retracement, then it's getting a pretty deeper retracement into this entire decline, and the market will also be close to the 20-day moving average. Getting above the 20-day moving average, the seasonality is of course quite positive for the stocks. We got a chance for this psychological 7,000 level. So one of the things we spoke about yesterday was the market has actually broken this symmetry. So these were the levels of previous kind of corrections in the marketplace, and the biggest one we had was in terms of percentage a move down here. Let's do a quick one as a recap, and it was 7.31. So the market hasn't actually, in terms of percentage, um, even matched that. We have had a decline of about 5.16%. So what the market could do is we could have another new high, and then just kind of trade go into, either it's going to be a strong start of a strong trend, or we could just uh, correct sideways more in time than in price. Maybe make a slightly lower low, if that is certainly a possibility, if it begins to get resistance from these levels, and try to sweep the low of 10th of October. That possibility still remains there. But this ABCD leg for now seems to have been completed, and we have reached the kind of first target we were watching. I'll put the link to yesterday's video in today's notes and the post as well, so you can watch what we were talking about yesterday. And then if we take a look at the futures market, here we go. I think the NVIDIA's earnings came out good. Perhaps this is why we are seeing the price action in Nasdaq 100 futures. Now we don't have the kind of perfect ABCD that we have in the futures for the S&P 500, but nonetheless, what it has done is it has taken out the highs of 24,950, which were yesterday's high. So even by taking these out by one tick, actually starts a new leg higher. So I think we got a chance to move higher in this. And let's see where the 38.2% retracement comes in. So we could quite easily get to this point right here, 25,150. Now let's take a look at the dollar index. Dollar index, here we go. So we had a pretty strong support come in here, and this is the notes from back then, and we saw a nice move higher. Market actually retraces right down to, this is 38.2% retracement as well. Let me actually try to draw it for you. Here we go. And what the market is doing now is likely, this is moving in this channel formation and likely to complete this ABCD. So this is what we were talking, we were targeting 101.15. It's likely to get there, and at that stage we'll have a completed pattern, and I think that's when we're gonna see weakness come into the US dollar. And what does it mean on the flip side for the Euro USD? It means that this market could go and perhaps target these lows one more time. But the interesting thing is that in terms of the market symmetry, here we go. That this was the previous swing lower. Another one. We have done that move as well right here. So I think we might be reaching some good support point as well, but in this market. But the dollar does look like it wants to complete that ABCD, which could mean the Euro USD could move a little bit lower. And then if we can, let's take a look at the Japanese yen, and this one has been on a tear. Yeah, it is going for taking out these highs, not too far away. So the Japanese yen, USD is getting, the dollar is getting much stronger against the Japanese yen, or the Japanese yen is getting much weaker against the US dollar. Now let's take a look at how the Bitcoin did. So yesterday we spoke about the Bitcoin. It actually broke below this key pattern formation support, which was around the 93,000, but still supported between the 85,000, which is 78.6% retracement. So it is attempting to carve out some sort of a perhaps a tradable bottom, but not there yet. Pretty wild swings intraday, and then yeah, but still remain within these support levels. And then if we take a look at how the Ethereum did today, there we go. So we were watching for this kind of shaded region for the market to get down to, and it also completes this ABCD around this level. So watching this possible support levels very carefully in Ethereum as well. Let's take a look at Solana. I haven't looked at this in a while, and you can see that Solana is looking much weaker right down here. Don't see a really nice pattern formation right now in Solana, so sticking to Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let's actually have a quick look on the gold as well. So I'm planning to do an article on gold. It's going to be a pretty interesting one, and I'm going to talk about from a astrological study that I'm doing. That when we formed this top around here, what were the kind of astro aspects that were actually forming back then, and then I think that's going to be a pretty interesting study as well. And looks like what it is doing is it retraced right down to this 38.2% retracement. Now, this 38.2% retracement is actually way down from here. This is where it's coming from, and then it went and retraced up to the 61.8% retracement right here, and it's finding resistance from that level. It looks like it wants to do an ABCD, get down to about 37.50, possibly even lower is also a possibility before it begins its next move, next leg higher. So gold could actually get down 3750, maybe a little bit lower to 3600. 3600 is possible as well. So watching this market in comics gold. And let's take a quick look at some other market. Let's take a look at the stock of NVIDIA because the earnings came out. Here we go. So the stock has had a pullback. Post market, it is doing post earnings. It is the stock is up, which is good news. Otherwise, it was just closing below the 20-day moving average, which is blue line right here. So kind of finding some sort of a support here. Just watching this one. Let's take a look at how the Tesla stock did. Here you go. So the Tesla, you can see a kind of you know see we can see a bit of distribution right here, coming from this pattern level. CD leg is 1.27 to AB. I thought we could actually make a new all-time high, get above to this level. Still, we have this rising trend line right here, so it is in that ballpark figure. But Tesla is actually, yeah, I don't like this pattern too much. And then if we take a look at how Apple is doing, so Apple, yeah, going sideways, nothing too exciting happening in Apple. But if we take a look at Google, Google has been on the rise. Oh wow, okay, it's interesting. At one point, it was really strong right here, but it has pulled back a little bit. So this is what we are watching currently. Just wanted to give you an update. Looks like the market is attempting to form some sort of a bottom, at least for this leg. And then I think probably by middle of or next week, maybe perhaps Thursday, Friday, we could have a pretty interesting possible bottom in the stock indices, and then the seasonality is positive. We could have some sort of a rally take place as well, the center rally. That possibility is there. So this is what we are watching. Thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and speak to you guys soon in the next video.